All right, y'all. Welcome back, y'all, to the Porch Sports Podcast with your boy Fonz.
Hey, Quan, what's up?
Uh, how's it going, man?
It's going well.
All is well in the land of make believe. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in and liking and subscribing and all that good stuff. Just a quick thing, you'll find this show and every other show that we ever done on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, basically places where you get your podcasts. Also, if y'all will go ahead and join the after party, man. It's on Facebook. You know, we have stuff going on all the time up there, so y'all do that. All right, so another thing, I told him I was going to announce it. So Corey Johnson, one of our subscribers, one of our supporters, him and his family, his business, Johnson's Custom Cleaning Services, will be doing a backpack giveaway.
All right, children.
For the kids down here in New Bern.
Yeah.
Free backpack is going to be August 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to be on Trent Road, 3301 Trent Road, Suite C here in New Bern. And they want you to call 631-1775 for all information.
Hey, man, do that. You better do that.
Yeah, get on that, man. Big shout out to Corey, man. He's one of the supporters. He's doing something for the community. And, one thing about me, I'm all about community and helping out and all that good stuff. So, of course, y'all saw the ad before the video kicked off. But y'all support him, man. If y'all want to donate to him, call that number, 631-1775, area code 252. Just if you want to send some donations his way, all that good stuff, man. It's for a good cause. And, hats off to him. All right, so real quickly, we're going to go ahead and jump into the news. Biggest news topic that happened today, when I say today, like a couple of hours ago, was Baker Mayfield being traded to the Carolina Panthers. Well, Baker Mayfield is about to get a good taste of Bojangles. The trade is for a conditional 2024 fourth or fifth round pick, depending on his playing time as well as how well he played. So they pretty much got him for pennies on a dollar. Basically, he's going to have to go against Sam Darnold, another quarterback out of that class, to compete for that starting job. So,
Sam Darnold?
I think he got a shot to get that starting job, to be honest.
Honestly, I had talked to a Carolina Panther fan the other day, and he was telling me how he felt like the team needed a quarterback. Well, they acquired Baker Mayfield, and I feel like they got a chance to not win the division because Tom Brady is back, but to definitely maybe come in second. Baker Mayfield may not be the best. He played in one of the toughest divisions for a few years. He's had some success with Cleveland. Cleveland really built a dynamic team around him to allow him not to run the ball so much. To pass the ball so much that there was a running team. And now he's going to another running team where Christian McCaffrey was 86% of their offense. So with that being said, I feel like they go from pretenders to contenders in that division with that signing. I really feel like he could have some success. Let's not forget about how well the Carolina Panthers defense is. I believe they ranked top 5 one year. And they definitely have been good against the run on the defensive side of the ball. DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey, I feel like that's a dynamic duo. Baker Mayfield is just a player where I think he'll fit in fine with Carolina. It's definitely an upgrade from Sam Darnold. This is probably the second best quarterback they have had since Cam Newton.
Jason Bourne took him to the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm just talking about the last 6-7 years, yeah. So I like the fact that they got him. And then they got him for dirt cheap with all this stuff going on in Cleveland. I don't know whether Cleveland would probably regret giving him away, depending on the situation with Deshaun Watson that's still going on. It may be a possibility that Deshaun may not be able to play. So in that regard, I mean, it looks looking bad for Baker Mayfield. I mean, for Cleveland Browns, but I like the pickup, man. That was a solid. I mean, Baker Mayfield, all right. He's all right. You know, he's definitely better than Sam Darnold. I'll give him that. And I don't think so much of a competition for him for the starting job. I feel like we already know. Steve would want to know, and everybody else know he's the starter for Panthers. So.
Yeah, I mean that goes without saying. I'm interested to see that first game because the Browns coming down to Carolina take on those Panthers. So Baker's gonna have to start at some point. But okay, it is what it is.
And they got him for a 5th round pick.
A conditional 2024. Is either a 4th or a 5th, depending on what he do in Carolina. So if he go and stick up the joint, it's a 5th round pick. But if he come and magically take the Panthers to the playoffs, other news, Demaryius Thomas, we lost him back in December at 33 years old. He was diagnosed with season. That kind of not so much in the way that he died because when we were talking about it on the show, we kind of figured.
Right.
So, and this kind of worries me, especially for receivers like AB. Like, dude, go to check.
Yeah.
Like, don't wait until you can't remember stuff or until you can't do certain functions or you have to rely on the substance to keep certain things down. Just go ahead and figure your stuff out. Get yourself checked out.
Right. Most definitely.
All right, so the next one, this one was kind of funny. Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell will box on July 30th.
No.
I got my money on AP. I ain't gonna lie.
I do too. But you know what? Then again, I can't really take too much from Le'Veon. One thing about boxing is you got to have good footwork. And I feel like Le'Veon Bell footwork is very much on an elite level as far as the running back, though. But, I mean, I don't really like these celebrity box matches. These are like, just ways of quick money, quick, easy money.
Yeah.
I don't see why the two would box. I know AP is probably way stronger than Le'Veon Bell. Dude always been a strong back type of dude. But I feel like Le'Veon, I don't know. I get like one of those stick and move type of things going on. But I guess I don't know, man. I don't know why they even box. I mean, why are you wasting your time boxing? But
I'm trying to.
Le'Veon Bell should be worried about trying to get back on the field, man. Career hasn't been the same since he left, but that's for anybody that leaves Pittsburgh. Except for AB, which he got a free ride. I mean, he went in there and got one touchdown and called it. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, their careers haven't been nothing without us.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Best thing happened to this group.
Yeah. It's like y'all had the Maserati of the NFL for a couple of years, man. Like,
I feel like that's a good. I mean, like you said, man, I got my money on AP, man, but I don't know. I don't know how that'll turn out. I mean, AP is old. I mean, he at least about 40 something.
Adrian Peterson is my age. Well, he not doing 40, but I got my money on AP. Brett Favre had some words to say about Devontae Adams being a ringer, saying that they expect a production drop-off.
A production drop-off?
That's what he said.
Production drop-off.
He Devontae gonna eat.
In a sense, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, Derek Carr is no Aaron Rodgers. Everybody knows that. He probably won't have the same statistics as he did in Green Bay, simply because that was Green Bay's only weapon. I mean, that was their ride or die, their go-to guy. When you go over to the Raiders, though, it's sort of spread out. You know, they still got Darren Waller. They still got Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Now they got Adams, and they got oh man, they don't have Henry Ruggs no more.
He messed that up.
But anyways, that would have been nice.
That would have been
but
the offense.
I feel like it's going to be more spread out. I don't expect him to have a monster season. He's going to have a solid season, though. I will say that. He's probably still the Raiders' number one. I just wouldn't expect the Raiders or Derek Carr to throw an interception because that's the only person that he wants to throw to.
If he turns to that quarterback that just want to feed the ball to Davante Adams, then he's going to lead the league interceptions because some defense is going to stop it.
Even though Davante Adams is nice or whatever, Derek Carr chemistry still lies with Darren Waller. I mean,
but Derek Carr and Davante Adams, I want to say they was college teammates. So everybody doing this.
But they missed a lot of time in between. You know, they got, you know, I mean, Davante Adams ain't the same receiver as he was in college, and Derek Carr ain't either. So
I think he's better because we ain't know nothing about Davante Adams until he got to Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers made him better. That's what happened.
The ineptitude of having solid wideouts outside of Davante Adams made Davante Adams, but like you said, he was the offense. It was it was like when in doubt, go to Davante.
Right.
Like me, I'm with you. But I'm like, I agree, but I disagree at the same time. Because I disagree because we don't know. I mean, Davante Adams is talented. For a minute, he had the highest contract in the NFL for wide receivers. So there's something there. There's some type of value there. Would I think he'd be a Pro Bowler? Oh, yeah. I mean, he's on a playoff team. We forget the Raiders went to the playoffs. They narrowly lost to the Bengals on some hocus pocus, but they were a playoff team. But we'll have to see it. This is a good one. RG3 said he's ready to go to come back.
You go where? Where?
My man said, now mind you, he hasn't taken an NFL snap in over 19 months. But he said he's ready for the opportunity to come back. He's waiting on that call. He's staying in shape. He's throwing. He's doing this and doing that to stay in shape.
I mean, well, that's what happens when you kind of go, because he was the Ravens' backup quarterback for a while, and
for like 3 years.
Yeah, when you're such a competitive organization, it kind of rubs off on you. I mean, Lamar Jackson is a monster, and that probably been rubbed off on him. As far as him being signed to a team, it's kind of in the situation of what Colin Kaepernick is in. I don't see anybody taking a chance with him right now. I mean,
he'll probably be like an arm for training camp or something if somebody was to really
preseason, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is he not under contract right now?
No, he's not signed by anyone. I think the Ravens was the last team to have him on the roster.
Okay.
So, I mean, then he spent a year with ESPN. So my thing is, if you spend that much time away from football, regardless of how much you're working out and whatever, you might as well call it. Like, it's like going fishing and not catching nothing. Like, at some point, you got to call it and move to another space and just go ahead and finish your career at ESPN.
It's a huge difference between being in shape and football shape.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I mean, I don't know, RG3. I don't know about that. You should have been said something about that.
you should have said something about that 19 months ago when you was on your last year of your deal as a backup quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, but that's neither here nor there. Tyreek Hill says that him and Tua believe the offensive chemistry will be on point, and I'm using air quotes because he said it's going to be on point. He said it on this podcast.
I don't know. Tua has a lot of space for development.
He does.
He's the first left-handed quarterback.
No, there's been more. I mean, Mike Vick was a left-handed quarterback.
Yeah, Mike Vick, but he's one of a few
rarity.
Tua is all right. Tyreek Hill, I mean, he right now Tua has Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. And the only thing I see is a whole bunch of speed. I mean,
they're gonna have the fastest offense in the league.
I mean, they definitely had the fastest offense. It's and then with chemistry, it's not so much of a chemistry level that you have to build with somebody of Tyreek Hill. Just let the boy run.
Just run a straight line. I'll give it to you.
I feel like you build chemistry as far as receivers. You build chemistry with route runners. Somebody that's going to be running post routes, slant routes, yada, yada, yada. This man is going to probably be running a deep post and a go route.
Pretty much.
and a smoke screen.
You might get a 9 route, a hitch and go, sluggo.
You're going to get so much out of him. I mean, he's only like, 5'9", 5'10", possibly.
Yeah. He's a short dude, but
I mean what chemistry do you have to build as far as only thing Tyreek Hill is going to do is beat the man in front of him. I mean, that's it.
That's all he got to do.
I mean, that's it. Just let the boy run. So I don't know what chemistry they're talking about, but
I mean, I think they're going to do okay.
They're going to definitely do okay.
Of course, the first few weeks they're going to stumble out the gate because they got to develop that chemistry so it can be on point.
I got a bold prediction. I'm gonna say that the Dolphins are gonna sweep the Patriots. That's something that they haven't done in God knows when. They always kind of beat them one time, and that's always in Miami.
Right.
I feel like they can beat the Patriots
done it, though.
With the weapons that they have and their defense. Let's not forget about the defense that we talked about last year.
Yeah.
Especially on third down conversions. It was like 33% completion ratings. The opposing team, 33%. So I feel like they can beat the Patriots. I mean, and that's the head dog in that division. I mean, will always be. Even if they did sweep them. I mean, it'll be their first time doing it in the last 2 decades.
But I mean, they all more often than not they do split with the Patriots.
Right.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, if in my opinion, and I like that take on that because I can see that happen. In my opinion, the AFC East and the AFC East, the Buffalo Bills are the team.
Oh, I forgot about Buffalo. Ooh.
Buffalo's the team to beat now. And honestly, the New York Jets is not, they ain't the best, but that's not going to be an easy win. Not after the draft and the offseason they had. But I can see Miami doing some damage to the Patriots. Now, against Buffalo, they might get smacked around a little bit. They might even win one.
No, I don't think they could beat Buffalo. That's why I chose the Patriots.
I mean, honestly, I feel like the Patriots are going to finish third in that division this year anyway with no playoffs.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
I don't even think they get a wild card this year, to be honest, because they went through so much influx on that team. You lost your best corner. You lost your offensive coordinator, and Bill Belichick 70 years old.
Right.
So, I mean, it is what it is on the name. I don't really think the Patriots. I think the Patriots that we know are no more. After 20 some odd years, it's finally over. All right. So, speaking of the Patriots and all them, a lot of teams this year, honestly, they really improved. Like a lot of teams really bit the bullet and it's like, all right, let's go ahead and get this done. Marquand, what are your 5 teams that you think made an improvement in this offseason?
Well, we just talked about one of them. That's the Dolphin.
Right.
The Dolphins definitely improved their offense. Hopefully, they can do some damage as far as contending for that division. Like I said, I think it's a 3-head race between the Dolphins, Buffalo, and the Patriots. I think that's obvious. because the Jets is obviously not competitive enough. But they're not. Don't get me wrong. The Jets every once in a while come around and show that they can pull a few upsets.
Right.
So the Dolphins is one. Number two will probably be the Chargers. I like what the Chargers did. I also like what the Bills did as well. So the Dolphins, the Chargers, the Bills. Who else has improved? Let's see. I'm gonna say my team improved. We fixed our offense. We may not sign the best quarterback, but we done signed some defensive players and re-sign off, restructure our offensive line. So that's 4. And last but not least, I'm going to say Carolina Panthers. With that sign that they made today,
yeah, that trade.
I feel like that's a huge improvement.
That could pay really big dividends.
Yeah.
All right, so I had my notes, but I lost them, so I had to go back where I got them from. My first team is the Eagles.
Okay.
They traded for AJ Brown, of course.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They got Hassan Reddick. They got James Bradbury. They traded for him about a month ago, and they drafted Jordan Davis, who was one of the highly touted defensive tackles in the draft this year. And it was a wild card team last year. So basically, with AJ Brown on one side, and I forget that other wide receiver on that team. I know his name starts with a D. If
you talking about Dante? You talking about, is it Dante Freeman?
The Dante somebody. I know he's from Alabama.
Because that's a running back. I think it's
Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith. One of them dudes. I think he was teammates with Jalen Hurts back in Alabama. So they already got that connection. And then you throw in the AJ Brown, who is, when healthy, he's physical. I mean, I seen what he did to us a couple of years ago. He was a strong dude. My next team is, and that's why I said you had one of mine, the Chargers. They got Khalil Mack. They traded for Khalil Mack. They signed J.C. Jackson from the Patriots, and they got Zion Johnson. I think he was drafted. It's up to Justin Herbert now, and of course they locked down Mike Williams. It's up to Justin Herbert now. Yes, he broke some records as a rookie. He did this and did that, but he has not been in the playoffs in his career. This is the year for him. I mean, earlier I was like, why do y'all have so much love for Justin Herbert? He hasn't done anything. But then I started looking at the numbers. I'm like, oh, okay, gotcha. My next team is the Jets. And the Jets and the Dolphins are tied. We just talked about the Dolphins, so I ain't gonna go down that road. We know what they did. But the Jets, they drafted Sauce Gardner, who was probably the best corner in the draft. And they also drafted my man Jermaine Johnson II. That was somebody I wanted Baltimore to draft, but somehow the Jets did it. The Jets had an excellent draft as well as having an excellent offseason. Do I think they're going to be a playoff team? No. They'll probably improve by 5 or 6 games. I mean, honestly, I can see them winning 6 games this year. And number 4, this pains me to say it, but the Steelers. I think they is a team that has improved. Key additions were Mitchell Trubisky, drafted Kenny Pickett, signed Miles Jack. Y'all got Larry Ogunjobi and Levi Wallace. Those are y'all key additions for the offseason. I really think that the Steelers, and I talk trash about it, don't get me wrong. God knows I talk trash about the Steelers, but I really think they improve. Do I think they're the team to beat in the AFC North? No, I do not, because honestly, all 3 of us, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, we looking up at the Bengals now. They're the team to beat. But I do have a feeling that the Steelers are going to be better than what they were last year. I mean, they're not going to leave wins on the table. They ain't going to tie with nobody. They're going to do what they got to do. And the Bengals, they actually improved slightly. They did fix their offensive line because, my man got sacked 70 times. That's including the postseason. He got sacked 70 times. So they worked on the offensive line. They drafted Daxton Hill, which is a safety. And the rest was offensive line and signings. And of course, they got what's my man name? Hayden Hurst from Atlanta. I ain't like him. Mark Andrews kind of knocked that out of the park. But that's my 15. They're the current AFC champions, and I really feel like they improved. But I don't think they're gonna do a tear to the NFL like they did last year. But they improved.
Solid. The Jets, and I forgot about the Jets having a good draft. They really did have a good draft.
Yeah.
But I still, with them having such a solid draft, I don't think they'll compete. But they might, man. I don't know. I feel like the Patriots right now is that middle team between third and fourth place.
I agree.
I don't think they'll finish last. I don't think they'll finish last because of Bill Belichick. And we all know what comes with Bill Belichick. Mm-hmm. Mac Jones actually is a pretty solid quarterback. I mean, he's somewhat of a Tom Brady, just not as successful as him. No. But he is a kid that don't make too many mistakes on the field as far as turnovers. His passes and things of that nature is all good. I mean, he's one of those strong arm quarterbacks. I like Mac Jones. I don't think they'll finish fourth.
No.
I really don't even think they'll finish third. But with Buffalo and the Dolphins, the way they're looking right now,
it's a possibility.
It's one. But I mean, the Dolphins really ain't had like a team like they've got right now in a long time, and sometimes it takes a while to learn how to win with such a dynamic team. So right now I'm gonna say probably Bills will probably be number 1, Patriots number 2, Dolphins number 3, Jets number 4. That's how I'm gonna pick for right now. My early predictions for the AFC East.
What about the North?
AFC North?
Yeah.
AFC North. I'm gonna go Baltimore. Damn, hell, it hurt me to say that right here. That's why I had to pause.
That's why I'm looking at it.
Y'all gotta give me a second. I'm gonna say Baltimore, dog. Baltimore number 1 because of their defense and because of that offense. Hopefully, I don't know what y'all doing with J.K. Dobbins and our running backs and stuff like that, but that team is coming back. A lot of people forgot that whole team was injured from the start before the first whistle blew of the regular season. It was already struggling with the injury bug. And I feel like with the draft that they had, on top of the players that they're going to return, it's going to be a serious, scary Baltimore Ravens team. I feel like Baltimore is number 1. Cincinnati, number 2. Steelers come in at number 3. And Browns at number 4. Until we find out what this Deshaun Watson.
Right.
This Deshaun Watson, if he plays, I'm going to say it's going to be Baltimore, Cleveland, us, the Steelers, and then the Bengals.
See, I like, honestly, both versions of your predictions for the AFC North. I like them both because a lot is really hinging on Deshaun Watson. But both of them, you got Baltimore going out first. But with Baltimore, I left Baltimore off my list for a reason because I still don't know about Ronnie Stanley. I mean, they're saying JK coming back. They're saying Gus coming back. I don't know about Ronnie Stanley, who's covered the blind side. Yeah, we kind of upgraded the offensive line, but I don't know. I ain't saying I ain't got faith in the boys, but I don't know.
Here's what I like. Here's what I like about Baltimore. The defensive line that y'all have, including with Patrick Queen, I believe that's his name, middle linebacker, or is he outside linebacker?
He's the middle linebacker, but he played a lot of will last year, though.
With him and with that safety y'all just signed,
I mean, Pro Football Focus put out maybe last week that the Ravens have the #1 secondary in the league.
It's giving.
I agree.
It's giving me like Ray Lewis, Ed Reed type vibes. I don't know. I'm gonna take you about that. I mean, it's like hey, Ray Lewis and Ed Reed reincarnated. I mean, now I'm not saying Patrick Queen is no Ray Lewis, because Ray Lewis was a beast from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd my camera go? Okay. Ray Lewis. I'm not saying Ray Lewis is. I mean, Patrick Queen is a Ray Lewis. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like he is a talented linebacker. And so is that safety y'all just got, and that really gives me a reincarnation of an Ed Reed, Ray Lewis type of thing. I don't know what it might be, but I just
understand.
Yeah,
I understand where you're coming from with that. To get to that level, Patrick Queen is going to have to be the quarterback of that defense.
Yeah.
The quarterback of that defense is Chuck Clark, safety. And then thinking about the scheme, like the scheme was really complex. Like the defense would finish top 10, sometimes top 5, sometimes top 3, but that scheme was complex. So I'm waiting to see what the new defensive scheme is going to look like. And I'm also waiting to see what Greg Roman going to do. Because if he don't do nothing this year, hey, I'll go fire him myself. I swear I will.
I feel like in the AFC North, I feel like really every team has a chance.
They really do, to be honest.
I mean, it's a toss-up division, man. Everybody, except for the Steelers on the offensive side of the ball, but nevertheless, everybody in that division right now has a pretty solid defense.
Yeah.
It's either solid or very much elite.
I mean,
everybody in that defense has a solid defense. Right now, we have solid coaches in the division for the first time. So, I mean, with that being said, it's really a toss-up, but I think it's going to come down to, of course, injuries. And number two, which team can play the better defense and run the ball the best way possible? And I feel like, honestly, in all honesty, Ravens is the team that can run the ball.
Oh, yeah.
And stop the run on defense and play a heck of a game. Now, that's not saying that they're going to get it easily. I definitely think it's going to be a dog fight in that division.
Yeah, it's going to be some 2-3 point games come down to the wire. That's how it is.
I feel like whoever wins like 3 out of 6 of those divisional games probably win. But yeah, AFC North is definitely like one of the only divisions I feel like in the league that everybody in that division really has a legit chance. Right. According to the previous history. Like, you know, Mike Tomlin right now, the Steelers is the only team right now that is really like starting over. I mean, Ravens went through that transition quick. It was like I got rid of the Bengals. And Lamar Jackson came right in and picked up. So I mean, honestly, Lamar Jackson was already there when Joe Flacco was about to leave. So, Bengals, I mean, they've been slowly getting their stuff together, and they you know, they had a bounce back season this past season. The Browns, they didn't have some success in the last 2 years. Yeah. So the Steelers right now is like the only team, because I mean, you know, we was the ones that wasn't resetting. We was the ones that
y'all was holding on. Like,
we were holding on for almost 20 years long. So, I mean, this is the first year Mike Tomlin has a pretty fresh team on that offense side of the ball. Our defense is getting a little long in the tooth, but not too long. As long as we keep TJ Watt, we good. Yeah. Which we done locked him up. So I'm glad he got his money.
I mean, and like I said, with TJ Watt, I know I said it every time we talk about that dude's a beast. give respect where respect is due. TJ Watt is that dude right now. That's why I don't see y'all finishing past third. Like if y'all finish fourth, something bad happened.
Yeah.
Like if y'all tied for third, something terrible happened. But I like what's going on. And I reckon in future shows we can talk about other divisions since we already got the East and the North out the way.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we'll bring that back slowly. We did our first edition of that last year, and that was a long process. So don't even think
don't think y'all gonna get the details and stuff. Y'all gonna get the summary. I ain't writing no paper for y'all. I mean, I love y'all. I think y'all supporting and stuff, but I ain't doing all that work and shit.
Man. So yeah, that'd be nice, man. Y'all drop below. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what.
It's going to the after party.
Yeah, it's definitely going to the after party, but right here on YouTube, y'all know the divisions. Y'all don't know the divisions, y'all need to look it up. I know we got Giants fans in here, so that's NFC East. I know we got an NFC South fan, so that's, the Falcons and them or whatever. So what we can do, if y'all just let us know, just tell us, or we'll tell you, and we'll ask you to be a part of the show when we make our predictions for your division, and let y'all chime in. Everybody should know their team pretty well, and I feel like that'll make it fun and make it more interesting to hear from a fan point of view. Because me and Fonz talk about, we in the same division, so we can't help but talk about Steelers and Ravens. We both know how we feel about one another and everything else, and what we our team would do. But we want to hear from y'all. This is the year that we want to hear from y'all. We've been talking.
I've been talking till I lost some words.
We didn't talk for my dog back tooth getting loose. Good God.
My mouth dry. Talking so much about
foul team.
Get a glass of water, some milk, some Pepto. I don't know. But look, y'all, that's a good idea. So maybe within the next
few weeks,
the next couple of episodes, maybe about 2-3 episodes, if you're a fan of that particular team, you can jump on and you can talk about your division. I'm gonna put it in the after party. I'm gonna put it on my personal page. Marquand, you can share it, or I'll send you the thing. It's gonna be how I do it. Y'all know how I be.
Right.
So before we sign off, let me go remind y'all again about Corey Johnson and his business, the Johnson's Custom Cleaning Services. They're doing a backpack giveaway. It's gonna be in New Bern. It's gonna be August 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 3301 Trent Road, Suite C, in New Bern, North Carolina. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like I said at the top, if you want to come, get a book bag, if you want to give the man some donations, bruh, it's a good cause. I mean, it's a lot of kids out here. I mean, I work with kids, and I've been working with kids for the past umpteen years, and there's a lot of kids out here that can't even get that type of stuff.
Right.
So, if y'all want to send them a donation, like I said, just hit them up. You can hit us up. The email is on the screen. You can hit us up on Facebook and let us know what it is, and we'll get it to them. Like I said, it's a really good cause, and shout out to Corey and his family and their business family and everything about what they're doing for the community. That's a big thumbs up for me. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Again, y'all go ahead and get on the after party. We're gonna have a lot of stuff going on, especially the next couple of weeks. So y'all really jump on the after party. I promise you it'll be worth your while. Also, when you download the podcast, leave us a rating so Apple can push us on up the list and everything. And also leave a like and a comment on YouTube. So if you put a like, that algorithm will push our video. So when you turn YouTube on, you will see that video. Also, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you'll know when those videos are uploaded. That was a lot to talk about. I say I need a glass of water. So, for the Backport Sports Podcast, this has been Foz
and Quan,
and we out of here, yo.
Peace.